Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I want to talk about the WoW 20th anniversary event or patch 11.0.5, and I want to explain why this patch is going to be a really good time for you to level up your different outs. So this event will start normally on October 22nd and last for I believe a month and a half, so you will definitely have time to enjoy this event and to level up a lot of outs. And there are a few reasons why, again, this is going to be extremely good for you if you are planning to level up a lot of different outs during this time period. So the first thing that you will get on all your different characters, and that will be very specific to the WoW 20th anniversary event, will be this buff right here, the WoW's anniversary, that will increase your experience and reputation gains by 10%. So here we already have a first 10%, and this is something that will also be applied for your different reputation gains. So very useful if you're also trying to maybe upgrade your different renowns with some of the different reputations from the War Within, or also some other reputations from previous expansions. Next to this WoW's anniversary buff that again you will get on all your different characters, you will also be able to get another one that you will be able to receive when you come to the Caverns of Time right here, just in front of the entrance. You will have all the different activities and all the different mobs linked to the event that will be present. And then you want to come right here in the middle and talk to Ilyana. And normally after you do a few introductory quests, you will be able to get this quest, Celebrate Good Fun. And here, when you complete the quest, you will receive the blessings of the bronze Dragonflight that will increase your reputation and experience gains by 10% for 12 hours. So normally I believe this quest is gonna be a daily quest, so this is something that normally you should be able to do every day, and so it means that for 12 hours per day, basically, you will be able to get an extra 10% for your different reputation and experience gains. Here, I'm not exactly sure if this is something that will disappear or not when you die, but this is still something that will be in addition to the main WoW's anniversary buff, and so it means that already you can be at 20% with these two buffs. Now, next to these different WoW 20th anniversary related buffs, you have a few other ones. The first one I want to bring your attention to is of course the Warband mentored leveling buff. So here, each time you reach level 80 with one character, you will be able to get another 5% extra experience gains increased for all your other outs. So it means that, for instance, right now, I only leveled up one character to level 80, and that's why I only have 5%. But as soon as I will have another character reach level 80, I will then be able to get 10%, and this is something that will scale up to 25% when you reach level 80 with 5 different characters. So this is something that if you already have it, that's a good addition, and it means that right now you could be already at plus 45% increase with the two other buffs we already talked about, and this is something that you can work towards before the WoW 20th anniversary event is released. But of course, if you prefer to wait and to do it when all the other buffs will be available, then you will still be able to benefit from them as soon as you will reach level 80 with more outs. So just another very important thing to keep in mind. Now, next to this one, of course, you also have the normal enlisted or WarMode On buff that you will be able to get when you turn on WarMode. So here, for instance, right now, there is a specific call to arms, and so it is plus 20% that you will be able to receive, which is really, really good. But of course, you will simply need to turn it on because as you can see, if you turn it off, you won't be able anymore to receive this buff, and so you will lose 20%. Sometimes it's a little bit less, but still, just check it out and make sure to turn it on because like that, you will be able to get even more extra experience when leveling up. Then next to that, you also have other events that will be happening at the same time and that will add even more of these different experience and reputation buffs. So first we have the Hallow's End that will start on the 25th of October and that will last until the 8th. And during this event, you will be able to get an extra buff that will grant you plus 10% for your reputation and also experience gains. So this is something you will be able to get pretty often during the event. And as you can see, it will happen just after the start of the WoW 20th anniversary event that again normally should start on the 22nd. So here it means that you can add an additional 10%, and so we're already at quite a lot with all of these all together. And then next to that, during the first weekend of November, so on November 2nd, you will have the Darkmoon Faire. And with the Darkmoon Faire, you will be able to get an extra 10% of the different reputation and experience gains. So this is something that will happen at the same time as the Hallows End event is up and also the WoW 20th anniversary event. And so it means that if you add this one during that week, you will be able to get plus 85% experience gains, which is again, in my opinion, really good. But keep in mind, of course, this is something that will only be available during these few days when all these different things are available at the same time. And I believe again that the WoW 20th anniversary event should be also available in December. And if that's the case, it means that here again, during the first weekend of December, you will be able to benefit from the buff from the Darkmoon Faire, which is going to be another extra experience and reputation gains that you will be able to get. So just to summarize, from the WoW 20th anniversary event, you will be able to get 20% from the WoW's anniversary buff that will always be on all your different characters, and also from this daily buff that you will be able to get when completing this quick quest, the Blessings of the Bronze Dragonflight. Then next to that, if you have already leveled some of your different alts to level 80, you will be able to get the Warband mentored leveling up to 25%, which is another really important one. Then if you turn on WarMode On, and if there is the WarMode call to arms that is activated, then you will be able to get plus 20% when activated. Then next to that, you will also have, during the month of October and November, you will have the Hallows End event that will add another 10%. And finally, during that week here, you will also have the Darkmoon Faire that will add another 10%. And in total, it means that during that specific timeline right here, you will be able to get plus 85%. The rest of the time during the Hallows End event, it will be plus 75%. And the rest of the time without these different events, it will still be up to 65%. And in terms of reputation gains, then you will be able to get up to 40%. Again, you will get 20% on the WoW 20th anniversary event. And then you will also be able to get another 10% from the Hallows End event and another 10% from the Darkmoon Faire. So again, during that week, if you are trying to grind for some of these reputations, it's going to be a really good time, especially all the new ones from the War Within. This is going to be extremely useful. And remember, during all these different weeks, you will also have the Time Walkings events that will be up. So for instance, throughout this entire WoW 20th anniversary event, you will have the classic Time Walking that will be up with the Sign of the Past buff that will be available, and which will increase classic reputation gains from combat and quest by 50%. So this is still something to consider. And then you will have basically the same for some of the other expansions. For instance, here you will have the Burning Crusade, then you will have the Wrath of the Lich King, and also Cataclysm. So just something for you to remember. And again, it's going to be a really good time if you also want to increase your different reputations during that event. So the WoW 20th anniversary event is going to be really good for you to level up some alts. And that's why maybe I would recommend you to wait for this event to launch if you are currently doing that and if you want to level up more alts, because it's going to become way easier during that time period. Again, you can always do a little bit ahead of time and already try to get as many Warband mentor leveling buffs as possible. But this is again something that will be even easier and faster during this new event. So let me know in the comments what you think about this and if you're excited or not for this new event. Keep in mind also that normally you will have a lot of different daily activities, and so you can always use these different alts to do all these different activities and to get even more of the different currencies that are linked to the event. So just something also for you to keep in mind. I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos, and in the meantime, I wish you all a great day. Bye!